The door slammed shut. Empty echoes mocked Sarah's hopes. She stood alone, clutching the takeout bag, a symbol of their broken promise. David had promised a movie night, a night for just them. Work had called again, pulling him away. Disappointment curdled into familiar resentment. This wasn't just about a movie, it was about unspoken needs, about feeling unimportant. Tears welled, blurring the city lights outside her window. She felt so unseen, so unheard. Sarah ate her dinner mechanically, the flavors turning to ash in her mouth. David's side of the bed remained coldly empty. Sleep evaded her, each toss and turn a testament to her growing frustration. Why was it so hard for them to connect? Why did she always feel like she was carrying the weight of their relationship alone? Exhaustion finally claimed her, pulling her into a restless sleep. The next morning, tension hung heavy in the air. Sarah busied herself in the kitchen, the clattering of dishes a poor substitute for conversation. David seemed oblivious, lost in his morning routine. He kissed her goodbye, a perfunctory gesture that did little to soothe her hurt. "Love you," he mumbled, already halfway out the door. The words felt empty, devoid of the warmth she craved. Days turned into weeks, each filled with missed connections and simmering resentment. Sarah retreated further into herself, building walls of silence. She wanted David to understand her hurt, to acknowledge her unspoken needs. But the words stuck in her throat, choked by the fear of pushing him further away. One night, a vivid dream shook Sarah awake. She found herself in a room with walls made of mirrors. In each reflection she saw herself, but each version was different, reflecting various facets of her personality. One Sarah was angry, her face contorted in a silent scream. Another was withdrawn, her eyes filled with a deep sadness. Then, one reflection caught her eye. This Sarah radiated a quiet strength, her gaze steady and clear. This Sarah spoke, her voice echoing through the dreamscape. "The mirror never lies," she whispered. "It reflects what we show it. Are you showing your truth, Sarah? Are you speaking your needs with love and courage?" The dream shifted, the mirrors rippling like water. When Sarah awoke, her heart pounded in her chest. The dream felt real, the message echoing in the quiet room. That day, Sarah decided to face her reflection, both literally and metaphorically. She looked at herself in the mirror, really looked, acknowledging the hurt and anger she'd been carrying. She took a deep breath and reached for her phone, calling David. When he answered, she spoke, her voice trembling but firm. She told him about her feelings, about the unmet needs and the growing distance between them. To her surprise, David listened. He didn't interrupt or get defensive. He heard her pain, acknowledged his part in their disconnection. It wasn't an easy conversation, but it was honest. It was a start. They talked about their individual needs, about ways to communicate more effectively. They spoke of love, not blame. In that moment of vulnerability, their walls crumbled, replaced by a bridge of understanding. Accountability, Sarah realized, wasn't about blame, it was about love. It was about choosing to show up for each other, even when it was hard. It was about recognizing that true intimacy blossomed in the fertile ground of honesty and courage.